All right, if you're watching this, this is the French Revolution narrative, where we teach you how to write the narrative essay. And this is part two on creating a thesis statement from your evidence. Okay, so let's go ahead and be able to take your primary source documents and be able to generate an argument for the essay. Okay. So first of all, what you should have completed, okay, is the primary source analysis. And not only that, but to also generate a number of conclusions as well, okay, answering the question, was this period of time in France, democratic or undemocratic in this case? And so you should have summaries for each one of each of the particular phases in time for the French Revolution. Then what you want to be able to do is take these and transfer what you've written here into a shortened version. So you scroll down in part two, creating a thesis. Go ahead and copy and paste each of the time periods. So first of all, time period A, everybody's going to have. This is the old regime France, an undemocratic time period. And so go ahead and try to shorten it up so that it's about a 10 to 20 word statement that describes the old regime in France. Then from there, you've got some decisions to make because you're going to decide and discuss at least two of the three following time periods, whether it is going to be during the time of the National Assembly or during Robespierre's reign and or Napoleon. Okay, so you're going to select two of the three, okay, whatever best supports what you think your argument is going to be. So do take a look at whether or not the French Revolution and you thought was successful or not in these phases to determine one or the other. Okay, so you're going to copy these over into these boxes right here, okay, and then what you can do is to take these items here and again make that decision on which one you want to be able to generate, and then you're going to take those three and this set will become your thesis statement. Again, these are going to be as short as they possibly can. So take a moment, pause the video, and go and try to generate a thesis statement. All right, once you've generated your thesis statement, let's look at some samples in terms of what they may look like. Okay, for instance, sample number one. Well, in the old regime France, kings ruled without public support and was governed by an unfair tax system. The French Revolution established popular sovereignty through the National Assembly, and many of these ideas were preserved through the actions of Napoleon. This is definitely a thesis statement that supports the notion that the French Revolution was successful. Let's take a look at this next one. In old regime France, kings ruled without public support and was governed by an unfair tax system. And this, unfortunately, continued as the democratic ideas of the French Revolution did not apply to all people. And the terror brought about by Robespierre contradicted the principles of democracy. So this definitely shows that the French Revolution was not successful. Let me provide one more. Old regime France was governed by an absolute monarchy and an unfair estate system, and the subsequent French Revolution only violated the democratic principles that they called for, leading to the rise of a new imperial government under Napoleon. Again, another negative sample. If you need to pause the video here to look at these samples further, please do so. Okay, but otherwise, you should be able to rework from these samples here the thesis statement that you've generated. Again, try to use your own if you possibly can, because it's your own writing, it's your own understanding of the documents, and as a historian, it's your own interpretation of the document. So go ahead and be able to apply this. And now from there, you're able to apply now the evidence back to your thesis statement here. So if you're going to take a look at, say, for example, the first argument regarding the old regime, you can go ahead and associate document 1 in the Palace of Versailles, document number 4 in regards to the unfair tax system. And so these documents will support that portion of your thesis statement. Then moving on to the successes of the revolution and examining the Declaration of the Rights of Man. And then finally, many of these ideas being preserved through the Napoleonic Code in document number 12. And all in all, you should have 7 documents that will support the thesis statement at hand here. Okay? And in the subsequent part of your Google document, you're able to therefore select the documents that in the end will support the evidence that you are trying to generate to support your thesis statement. So highlight the documents that you're going to use. Again, you're going to need 7 in order to maximize the score that you get on this essay.